We went to an all-black school called Dunbar, and the school was different. We had studies, but we also played a lot of sports. Uh, we take recess for an hour. You know, uh, Go out there and play ball, and basketball, baseball, softball. Had running events. We would do all of that stuff. But it was interesting coming up during that time because our teachers was teach us a lot of history. We didn't have all of the black history that we should have had. I don't know. I guess that was prevented from us getting it. But in 1960, 1961, we integrated. When we integrated, I mean, the only thing that was different to us was that we had to really get down with the books, and all of that playing stuff we was doing was out the window. That was a shocker for us. That is not the original building, but it looks like it. That building, the original building burnt down, and then they built this building. But it burnt down years after we had left. It burnt down, the city came in and built a replica building. Now the original home economics building is still there. It's in the back. They got it fenced off right now. But that's where all the girls, they went and took, cooking and sewing and everything that women do. That's where they learned how to do it. I had to be 6 years old, 55 or something like that. And then went through all 6 grades at Dunbar before the integration. The grades was mixed. We didn't have you just have the first graders together, the second graders together, third grade. It was mixed. You'd have to have 2 or 3 classes in one. You see what I mean? So the ones that below you or those above you was getting the same information that you was getting if you was, that's at your first grade, second grade, third grade. Even though they call it your first grade, they call it your second grade, your third grade, you had younger people that was sitting in the classes with you. We didn't have no color barriers. Even though we were separated and not integrated, in the afternoons, we played with white kids. They just lived right up the street. Separation was then, wasn't MLK Drive, it was Porter Street. And they'd come down and watch our baseball games. People did intertwine. They didn't like that. They didn't like that, where we was, segregation and all that stuff. When they came out, St. Marcus changed right away. And like I said, we didn't feel no difference. Never wasn't even thought about.
But 100 years later, the Negro still is not free. 100 years later, the life of the Negro is still sadly crippled by the manacles of segregation and the chains of discrimination. 100 years later, the Negro lives on a lonely island of poverty. I have a dream that one day this nation will rise up and live out the true meaning of its creed. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal.
The younger, the people that I believe that a police officer causing this here is they're not understanding the culture of either Hispanics or blacks, or how they may react to something. They just feel like they can just go up, pull a gun in their face, and go to doing what they want to do with them. And they get away with it. These kids are saying today, we're not going to have that. You don't scare me. You may shoot and kill me, but you're going to suffer also. Because something's going to happen to you. And that's what you're seeing a lot of, and you're going to see that big change come. You must protest, get your education, become the judge, become the cops, become the district attorney, become the lawyer, and change it.
We must say, wake up, America, wake up, for we cannot stop, and we will not and cannot be patient.